Hi, this is John from Chicago, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing you the Eachine QX65, which is a brushed tiny whoop. This has been out for a little over a year, and 10 months ago when I did my review of 12 tiny whoops, 6 of them brushed and 6 of them brushless, I really wanted to put this in the mix, but it just wasn't there to be. So anyways, I had the opportunity to pick one of these up about 3 months ago, and I've been flying it a lot in my basement, and I just wanted to report that this is a fun little brushed tiny whoop to fly around the basement with and have a good time with. I have as much good times flying this as I do my new Mobula 6s, which are faster and more powerful. I do get about 3 to 3.5 minute flight times. This is pretty even on weight, maybe a little bit more. Its dry weight is 21.4 with a all-up weight of 28.3. I'm going to do a thrust test on these, and then I'm going to do a range test, and then I'm going to do flight time comparisons on my indoor track and my outdoor track to see how they compare, and then we'll sum this up. But I do recommend it. Give you that heads up right now. I paid $41 for this from Banggood, and it included 3 batteries. Eachine QX65 second thrust test. 27. I'm now doing an indoor speed test to see how this quad compares to the other 12 quads that I've flown on this track. I'm doing 3 laps, 3 continuous laps with the average lap times. And they varied in the past from 10 seconds to 14 seconds, and this ended up in about the middle of the pack at 11.7 seconds per lap. For a range test, I wanted to see how far this would go before it would either drop out because the RX was losing signal, which happens when my RSSI drops below around 24, or if it loses video signal, which it'll break up as you go out. Right now I'm flying from my driveway here toward the next big street or bigger street, and that's 100 meters. We're starting to get a little bit of signal breakup. I still have an RSSI in the 40s. It drops to 30s every so often. But I thought I better turn around here because I didn't want to lose it in the main street. So I headed back to the house, and I'll test it going the other direction to see how far it goes. I generally like to fly them till they drop because most of your reviewers will just say it's low on RSSI and won't take it out all the way. But this being winter here, I decided, well, let me try the other direction. So I'm going down the sidewalk here, but I have a person coming out, and I figured the RSSI was dropping, and there's a fair chance it would have dropped on her if I would have kept on going. So I stopped here, and I decided to turn around and come back, and then my RSSI drops to below 28 there, probably 24, and it dropped. And that was at about 110 meters. Now we're going around my outdoor track. Again, it's the fastest 3 consecutive laps. And this quad here is not its forte on longer tracks like this. My average time was 20.3 seconds, where all my other quads have averaged from 10 seconds up to probably about 24 seconds would have been my slowest time. So it's not your fastest on this outdoor track, but it still makes it around. If there was any wind at all, that would be another factor. With these smaller motors, it's hard to buck much of a wind. Today I only hit about a 5-mile-an-hour wind, where if the wind's up over 10 miles an hour, you could forget this for outdoor flying. But overall, I think this is a good quad, especially for somebody getting started or somebody that's not caring if they're going to be the fastest one out there. They just want to fly around and have a good time. It's a great quad for that. I put together a spreadsheet that compares this to all the other quads that I've been flying, the spreadsheet is quite handy. I also put some items in there like value for the money. If you could get this down near $40, it's a 4 or 5. Durability, it held up really good. I only had the camera, I hit it a couple times really hard, and one of the times the camera popped out, but I was able to take the canopy off and push it back, and I think it fell out a second time, and then I put some hot glue on it, and that kept it in place. This camera compares similarly to all the other all-in-one cameras that are out there, so I gave it a ranking at 3. And fun factor, it's fun to fly, especially if you're not caring about the time. You just want to get out there and put some stick time in and to have some fun. So overall, it's a good quad. I recommend picking one up if you're looking for something to just keep you busy during the wintertime. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below, and thanks for watching. This is John from Chicago.